Judge swings, launches it deep left field, heading towards the wall. It is gone. Aaron Judge, the captain, sets the tone in Houston. It's 2-0 United States. He was the first commit to the team 11 months ago. And if you're going to be the captain, that's a way to set the tone for your club.
Yeah, and he gets this little sweeper, tries to get it down and away from him. But Aaron Judge does not miss thigh-high balls across the middle, all the way across the zone, really.
Payoff pitch to Bichette, and he wasn't going to swing. He took the sinker. He comes back with that changeup and finally puts it at a spot he wants.
In the dirt, that's going to score a run. Raleigh walks, Schwarber scores.
To try to set the tone in game one. And a very nice sinker there to freeze Maciel. One time through the order. I was going to say lunch pail style right there. 2-2 pitch, and he goes swinging wildly at that changeup for a 5th Logan Webb strikeout. He's retired the last 3 and for the last 5 for Brazil on the strikeout. There's a 1-2 pitch. And he goes down swinging. Really solid work from Logan Webb as he works through 4 innings. 1-2 delivery, and a fastball comes in on Buxton at 92. That is going to bring home the 4th United States run, but it comes at some pain for Buxton in the process. He lifts one out towards left field. Ranging back, it is Muskai trying to find the ball. He loses it, and this could score all 3. It will score all 3. Terang clears the bags, and the U.S. finally breaks through. You were telling me earlier, AJ, that left field area, an interesting one to try to play at this particular ballpark.
I was in high school, actually, which I think he's in high school as well, I believe.
He was hit by a pitch in that last inning. And a half-hearted swing and miss for a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks to start off this frame. Pete Crow Armstrong has checked in for Buxton in center.
It's not as over the top as it used to be, but it's still, when he throws it down, it has such extreme drop to it.
He can team it up with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball with that change. Really good stuff from Waka, who strikes out the side. Down he goes. There's the changeup. 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts for Michael Waka. 1 away in the 6th. Goes right back to it. Doubled up a few times in that inning on that nasty change that opponents only hit 172 against last season.
On their bottom hand, sorry.
Anthony, a ground ball through the right side, base hit. Judge on his way home, he will score, and it's 8-4 United States. Into third base goes Bregman, and Roman Anthony, the United States' youngest player, drives in a run to extend the U.S. lead.
Judge just handed the ball to Griffey, by the way.
That's cool. Harper rips one into right field. That's a base hit. And easily coming around Terang, he will score, and that pushes an extra run across for the U.S. to make it a 4-run lead in the ninth. And Harper's first hit. Brazil's 200th pitch of the game is another ball. It walks in a run for Bregman, and it's 10-5 United States as Harper, with an RBI single earlier in this frame, scores the 2nd U.S. run of the night. First, all 3 walked consecutively against Lopez. Now Takahashi will deliver a 4-pitch walk to Cal Raleigh, the 16th walk drawn by the United States offense, and a 3rd run here in the 9th inning to make it 11-5. On the ground through the right side, Anthony a base hit. Schwarber will come in to score. Station to station go the Americans. Bregman stops at 3rd. Raleigh at 2nd, and Roman Anthony back-to-back trips to the plate with an RBI base hit. Tried to drop in a curveball. PCA draws an RBI walk. That is the 3rd RBI walk of this inning.
They just got
another pitch clock violation. My gosh. And Raleigh will score.
Oh, no, that was a balk. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Another violation here. We've seen a handful of pitch clock violations and now a balk against Takahashi. And another run comes across. PCA to 2nd. A bouncing ball too short. A run will score. Ito will fire across. And he will get Terang in time, but it's an RBI ground out as Anthony comes across, and it is a 10-run lead for the U.S. Miller deals, throws a slider, and punches out Muskai to finish off the United States opener with a 15-5 victory over Brazil.
Just a dominant win by the U.S. It took us some innings to get there, a lot of walks, only one home run in the first inning from Aaron Judge, but dominating pitching from USA. And this is just the first game of this tournament where it's going to get ramped up, and we'll see the intensity get ramped up.
He's on the mound. Called strike 3. Chisholm goes down on 3 pitches. And there's the first out recorded by Skubal.
This atmosphere is amazing.
Check swing. Wiley went around, and boy, Skubal locked it in.
What do you mean by that?
Let guys be who they are.
Lewis, after fouling off 4 straight, Skubal goes back to the nitro for a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, his 3rd consecutive strikeout. Payoff pitch to Chisholm, and he goes chasing after that fastball out of the zone. After the leadoff home run by Eaton, 9 of the final 10 retired by Skubal. 2.5 through a 1-0 British lead last year for a former closer, who throws another diving changeup to get a swing and miss, and he strikes out Murray. Boy, the stakes feel so high. Good sinker that time. That's a beloved pitch for Holmes. A 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen. 1-2 pitch, and he goes down swinging. The tag applied by Smith. The man next to me just shifted uncomfortably in his chair because it was Adam Wainwright who gave up the homer and then locked in. That one rolls away from 4. Coming in from 3rd, Clement to tie the game. Schwarber launches it to right. He's done it against the Prince again. The United States takes the lead on a blast to the upper deck. Another payoff pitch to Henderson is hit into right center field. Bregman will score. Harper's right behind him. Henderson's looking for 2. He drives in 2, and the U.S. has a 5-1 lead. Something that's very difficult to do against Clay Holmes, and now he uses the sweeper to punch out Jazz Chisholm. That is already 6 strikeouts for Holmes.
Well, that's nasty.
1-2. Bregman swats it to right field. Thompson is there, makes the catch. Clement is off from 3rd. PCA on his way to 3rd. Another run is in. Bregman drives one home, and it's 6-1 USA. Judge lines one sharply to left field towards the wall. It's off the fence. This will drive home Pro Armstrong. Schwarber took a big turn around second base, and he'll go diving back to the bag. An RBI single for Judge, and it's 7-1 USA.
I think this almost took the wall down right here.
Just a crunch. Did he take out a panel?
Yeah, he took a panel out.
He took a panel out of there. Thankfully, it didn't disrupt one of the scores, but there goes the inning.
And one game you can go home. You could be the best team.
Smith strokes one to the gap in left center field, and a long run. What a play by Robinson. That will score Schwarber from 3rd. A frozen rope, and a nice job by Robinson to get there. Bregman hits one hard towards left center field. Long run for Eaton. He will flag it down. Good speed there. Clemento will score. Another sacrifice fly for Bregman. Brad Keller home with a 3-2, and he strikes out Chisholm to finish it off. A 2-0 start and pull play for the United States.
Just a dominant pitching performance from the United States after the first batter of the game. Tarek Skubal, 17th K. Tarek Skubal to Clay Holmes, to the rest of the bullpen. Bednar, Jax, and Brad Keller. The Schwarbomb gave him the lead, and the USA dominated the Brits once again.
It's home with another 2-2. It's fouled into the glove for strike 3. He starts this game with a strikeout. He gets Kirk to open off his second inning. Back-to-back Ks to open the second. 8th pitch to Gonzalez, and he finishes him off with that power sinker, 98 for his 4th K.
One in game 4. Tied it up.
And who struck out to open the game, waits on a 1-0 from Skeens. Line drive, base hit right field. And so after their first base runner, they get their first hit. Judges throw to third, gets him and ends the inning. Aaron Judge cuts down Ortiz. The captain for the U.S. did it with the bat in the first game. He does it with his arm here against Team Mexico. Strokes one the other way, back towards the wall. There it goes! Aaron Judge strikes first for Team USA. Opposite field power, his second home run of this World Baseball Classic in 3 games. 2-0, USA.
Working on that a lot in batting practice today, and when you have a field like that, it doesn't matter what field he plays in. He can go to any ballpark, any place.
Took the game in. Sends this ball a mile. How far will it fly for Roman Anthony? Off the face into the second deck. 5-0 U.S. Sitting in the seats at the 23 WBC and sending one there in 26.
He's got stupid power.
Well, he's put his full game on display in 2 trips up there, hadn't he? He was down 0-2 and drew a walk, and now he shows that stupid power.
Yeah.
3-2 to Rosarena, and he strikes him out on the outside corner. And he cracks one, diving stop at short by Witt across the diamond. That was impossible. Bobby Witt made it happen.
Can I tell you about this man's IQ? He knew who was at the plate. He makes this play full well knowing he's got time to throw out. Not the most speedy runner, but this is an unbelievable play.
As advertised, putting on his nation's colors for the first time. 7 Ks for Paul Skeens. A couple years after that, a 7th pick of the draft. Another diving stop by Bobby Witt. Has he done it again? You bet he has! Bobby Witt, dazzling for USA.
Oh, my.
Unreal.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That's 2 plays that you might see in a year. We got to see him in this game.
Putting the star in Stars and Stripes. Bobby Witt Jr. Chopper left side. 6, 4, 3. Double play finishes off the 8th. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Terrain stabs it, throws. Game over. U.S. hangs on 5-3 and stays perfect in the 26th WBC. Paul Skeens, 4 innings in his World Baseball Classic debut. And for the first time in 20 years since the first WBC, USA has a win against Mexico. 5-1 and opened a lot of eyes in that short time. Backdoor breaking pitch for strike 3.
And for a young pitcher, man, he is composed and doesn't just rear back and chuck it.
2-2 to Birdie. It is swung on and missed. Another breaking pitch. A pitch that Mark DeRosa calls a John Smoltz slider. How about this first inning for Nolan McLean? Striking out the side, showing off that breaking stuff. Breaking pitch lands at the knees for out number 2. 2-0. Chopper over the mound to second. And Clement has to take him right to the bag. So Italy strands a couple this time and leads this game 3-0. That's a drive to right center field off of the bat of Gunnar Henderson to get the U.S. on the board. Well, it's a start. First run for the Americans since that 5-run third yesterday. 5th hit of the tournament in 2 games for Gunnar Henderson.
So much power like this. You mentioned he had a down year last year. He will not have a down year this year.
Another 1-2 pitch. Fly to right field. Cagliano's going back at the wall. Goodbye. Not finished yet. Pico Armstrong. 3-run shot.
Here it is. Pico Armstrong. High towering drive to right field. And with one swing, Team USA right back into this one.
Anthony overshorted into left center field. It's a 3rd consecutive 2-out hit. Schwarber's in to score. Smith to 3rd. It's an 8-5 game. And Bryce Harper comes up as the tying run. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. to John Birdie. There's a swing and a miss, and there is a ho-hum ninth inning for Mason Miller. This time he got a strike, and he pounded it. His second home run. It's 8-6. Pico Armstrong putting Team USA on his back.
That's impressive.
That pitch with 2 strikes. PCA didn't miss. They continue to chip away. Pulling the infield in here with 1 gone in the first inning. Schwarber bounces it off Naylor. The only play will be at first. Julian takes it himself. Bobby Witt scores the first run of the night. Kyle Schwarber jumps on the first pitch, drives in the first run. That brings him a 1-2. He reaches out and pops it down the left field line. Long way to go for Alex Bregman, who gets there in foul ground. Back to first goes Lopez. The way he was shifted over, there was a mile to cover.
Such a good play for Bregman. Of course, he's played a lot of games here with the Astros, so he knows the angles and he knows the distances that he has to cover.
2 aboard with 1 away. Waves and misses. That's strike 3 and 2 gone in the first. In the last 4 years, you talk about being able to count on a guy. Logan Webb is that man. You got a guy like Webb, he's going to get a lot deeper into the game than your average pitcher. He strikes out Black, his 3rd consecutive K. Julian, runner at first, 2 away, 1-0 game. Julian smacks one to short, and there's Bobby Witt to pick it off. More stellar defense from the U.S. shortstop. 1-0 after 2. Ground ball left side. Toro with a diving stop to his feet. Heaves it high into the dugout. And Team USA cracks through. Harper in, Judge in. Schwarber over to 3rd. Bregman to get 2nd. It's 3-0. Officially ruled a hit with an error.
And he had to get rid of it as quickly as he could, and the ball sails on him to shorten the game.
It's a wave and a miss on that changeup. Webb's 1-2 to Clark. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. His 5th K. Up the middle goes Terang into the base hit for the Brewer. Anthony's in to score. 4-0 USA as they find the board for the first time since early.
Really good sign, and the more breathing room, the better.
Pico Armstrong got a single and a fly out to the wall in center field. Swats one into center field, make it 2 base hits for PCA. A run batted in as Raleigh comes in. And the U.S. leads 5-0.
It's hard to do this every game, but that's the expectation you have for this lineup, right? If pitchers are off just a little bit, you think they're going to run into 7 to 10 to 12 runs. Well, I don't think that's what they need moving forward. They just need to execute like this when runners are on and they create pressure.
Bednar fires. Naylor pops it up. Left side as good as a strikeout right there for David Bednar. Bregman's got it 1 way.
That is a huge out. I mean, huge.
Now the 1-2. He struck him out. Canada's top 2 hitters at the plate. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and neither one of them able to bring in a runner. Payoff pitch. He got him. He somehow gets out of it unscathed. Naylor to 2nd, and it's caught by Terang. 8 innings in the books. 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Whitlock. Miller wins the battle. Got the call on a fastball. 1 out in the 9th. He sets. He throws. He strikes him out. 2 gone in the 9th inning. On to Miami for Team USA. Bullet dodged and ticket punched to the semifinal. With a little help from Italy, they get into the knockout round, and then they beat Canada 5-3 and get ready for an absolute madhouse. Sunday night, United States, Dominican Republic, 8 o'clock from Miami. And a 1-1 from Paul Skeens. Juan Soto pulls it on the ground. Diving stop by Bryce Terang. 1-2-3 first, Paul Skeens. Highlight play from the Platinum Glover of the Milwaukee Brewers. Machado's down on 3 pitches. 99 to the corner.
The hitter's off balance.
He's down on strikes here for the first out of the 3rd. Who shows off that bat with a base hit to right. Tatis heads for 3rd. Throw from Judge. Right there. He's gone. Judge, touchdown Tatis. Thrilling stuff. Well, you Yankees fans, I think the elbow's just fine.
I'll tell you what, he threw it on the fly. A strike. The easiest one to tag. And a huge moment for Team USA.
Turns on it, sends a fly ball to right center field. Gunnar Henderson has tied it up. Mark DeRosa pushes the right button, pushing Gunnar Henderson into the lineup. Numbers that you could not deny against Luis Severino in his career.
I think this should be his last hitter. And the reason being is he has lost an inch or two now on that crispness. And he did everything he could that last inning to keep it at 0.
Fly ball right center field. Rodriguez and Tatis going back. Here it is gone. Roman Anthony gives the U.S. the lead. Well, the one that got away for Team Italy. And a pretty good guy to add to the lineup for Team USA.
He waited him out. And he got to a 3-2 count and just displayed that power and bat-to-ball skills that he has.
Waits on this 2-0 pitch. Pulls it to right field. At Judge. He's got it. Aaron Judge comes off his feet and makes the play. Couple of nice defensive plays for Judge.
He's not just an offensive machine. We've seen his defense, his arm, and the way that he can cover the ground. Look, this guy's played center field. So playing right field, no big thing for Aaron Judge.
Tries it again on 1-2 to Austin Wells. Sky high to left field in routine for Roman Anthony. The Dominican Republic leaves the bases loaded. Hoskins is out of it. 2-1. Bouncing ball towards the middle. Whip to the bag. Off balance. Still for a double play. Got it on the ground and got 2. Tyler Rogers, welcome to Team USA. Wraps it on the ground to short. Backhand whip from the outfield brace. BB for out number 2.
I think he took just a little extra second to show off that arm, by the way. His dad, of course, a former Major League Baseball pitcher, probably says, yeah, this right here is just a cannon.
I've seen him make a bunch of these plays in the Classic. Yeah, Dad taking credit for the arms. I don't know where he got the rest of it from. Diving plays, the home runs, but yeah, that's from me. Bednar deals. Got him! Tatis is out number 2.
We've had 2 moments, Aaron Judge and now Tatis, with an opportunity for contact.
The 1-2 pitch. Bednar gets out of it! An escape artist for Team USA! He did, and he got the swing and a miss. Smith corrals, down to first, 1 away. Mason Miller has faced 11 hitters in the Classic and struck out 9 of them. The 2-2. Ground ball towards the middle. Witt's there. Close play in time, 2 out. Mason Miller's 8th pitch to Perdomo. Here it is, on with the championship! The United States takes down the powerhouse that is the Dominican Republic. 2-1 the final score.
What a game. It was going to be tough for either team that lost in a 1-run game, but man, oh man, it had everything.
Trying to pitch him to a championship. This is on the ground to third and could be 2. There's one and a double play. 5-4-3, they ring him up and wipe the bases clean. Got a chase on one of those big breaking pitches. One that Mark DeRosa has said is like a John Smoltz slider. Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. On 3 pitches, he strikes out Torres. Churrio's down quickly. On 3 pitches, McClain gets him. That breaker's just moving a mile. That's strike 3 on Torres. 4th one for McClain. 2 gone in the 4th. Churrio flips it into shallow center. Terang is out. 2 away. 4 2/3 for Nolan McClain. Solid start for him. Really good start when you consider the lineup that he's facing off with. He's given Team USA a chance. Harper sends a fly ball to deep center field.